What's going on, guys? Snag here, and State of Origin Game 1 complete. It's in the books. Maroons get it done 38-10, guys. Let us know what you thought of the game. Let us know what you thought of individual players. Let me know if you hit any punts. We had about 4 or 5 down, and we hit one that hit, and it was paying about 4-1. So I think we're slightly down, but we'll take it. State of Origin's hard to punt on, it really is. We had Hammer and Queensland to win. Wish I had Hammer for 2 or 3. That would have been nice. Yeah, look, in this video, guys, I'm just going to go over, like, the game finished 15 minutes ago. I'm just going to go over my initial thoughts. We're going to go over some of the team stats, some of the individual player stats, changes that New South Wales possibly have to make while it's fresh in my head. Obviously, we haven't seen some players play. That possibly could come in very much, but I'm excited. Now, we'll go through the tries first. So tries to Teddy, to Zach Lomax, Ben Hunt. Hamiso got 3, Ben Hunt got 2, Xavier Coates got 1 as well, guys. Look, all right, let's go. Let's do the first thing. Reece Walsh KO'd 7 minutes in, 6 minutes in, whatever it was, by Suaalii. Look, Suaalii's not a dirty player. It was an accident. If you look where the contact was, if Reece Walsh was even slightly bent over, it probably would have hit him in the chest. He was lowered and then he slipped. It was just horrible timing, but it was a bad shot. Like, you saw his head go back. He was snoozing, absolutely snoozing. And he was out for a good minute and somehow passed his HIA. I don't even know why they gave him a test. Like, bro was out. Bro was unconscious for a minute. But anyway, he passed his HIA. It was weird. He actually, when he walked off, like, he got up, he walked up, he looked fine. Like, sometimes you see people that are knocked out and they're like, it feels like, it's a bit of a weird feel, and it almost feels like you walk, when you're at the beach and you're just in water that's like up to your knees and you're just sort of walking a bit funny. That's what it feels like. It feels like walking in knee-deep water when your equilibrium's sort of gone. I was trying to put my finger on what that feeling felt like for such a long time, and I was like, it feels like walking in when you're on the beach and you're walking through water that's about up to your knees, not real deep, so you're lifting your neck just a little bit deep. I agree it was a send-off, but I'm just so disappointed it was. It was shaping up to be such a good game. I was super impressed with what the middles, at least. We didn't get to see much what the edges looked like, but the New South Wales middles looked nice. I was sitting there going, oof. They look good, and then boom. And then obviously the edges opened up, and then there was the floodgates. But look, I just wished it wasn't a send-off. I love Reece, I love Suaalii. I didn't care who, just as a full neutral, I was just sitting there going, like when they would send off, you just heard the whole stadium go, oh. Cam Munster said, oh. Even, what's his name? Cam Smith was like, oh, that's a bit harsh. Like, Queenslanders are saying that. That's pretty crazy. But, yeah, like, New South Wales Queensland had cover there. It's like, Reece goes off, Hammer goes to fullback, Cobbo goes to centre. Didn't really miss much. So, genius move from Billy Slater, putting Selwyn Cobbo in. So he's playing chess out here while everyone else is playing checkers. So that's my thoughts on it, man. I'm not... If someone's like, man, it was a send-off, I'm like, I get you. I know. If someone's like, it's not, I'm like, I know. I'm just sort of more disappointed for the game, really. Sorry, guys. After that, the game really, before they swapped Crichton to the other side, Jesus Christ, Crichton, that edge was just completely exposed, and there was just New South. That's where the game was really won. They scored 2 tries through. It was a Hamiso. So the Ben Hunt one was 13 on 13, and then Hamiso, would he get 2 tries through the middle there? And I was sitting there going, he's going to get 5. He's going to get 5, but super gritty, gutsy, determined effort from New South Wales. And look, man, like, just straight up, like, as a neutral, there was substantial chunks of this game with Queensland when New South Wales had 12 men, where they actually looked better than Queensland. They were winning contact, they were getting through their sets, like rolling up 40, 50 metres, get into a kick. They actually look better than the Maroons, especially early in the second half, for quite a while there. And that's saying something. Like there was, I think Freddie said it post game, there was enough good moments in that game where you can go, all right, we can build on this. Like this scoreline, like Maroons, I'm not saying they didn't deserve it, but this could have easily been 20-16 with about 10 minutes to go. Very close. So there was plenty of good stuff going on there. Let's just go through the New South Wales team. Teddy was good without being spectacular. Actually, let's do it in the player stats because we can have a look at some of their stats too. Oh, man. What a game. I always get like almost a fatigue after Origin because I'm so intense and I'm like, I'm fading, lads. Look, these are great numbers from Teddy. 200 metres, 66 post-contact, 5 tackle breaks, 3.5 second play the ball. It's pretty damn solid. Brian Toto, absolute machine. Best winner in the comp. 223 metres, 87 post-contact. Just beasting. I can't remember who he sat down, but he sat someone down as well. Just absolute monster. Stephen Crichton's defence was just, especially when we got moved there, like it was funny. I remember everyone, I think I was watching bloke in a bar and they're like, oh, he's an elite defender. And I think Timmy was like, well, I don't see it. And I was the same. I was agreeing with Timmy. I don't really see him as like the best defender. He is, bro. His defense is absolutely enormous. Obviously, Suaalii, such a shame because his first K looked big, strong. He looked different on the field. He looked like he was the best athlete on the field for that first 6 or 7 minutes, and I was so looking forward to see what he was going to do. But yeah, it is what it is. Zach Lomax was arguably New South Wales' best. Then we get to the halves. And I'll get to the negatives too for New South Wales. I'm not just trying to glaze them here. Let's go. Here we are. So we've got 9 missed tackles and 1 ineffective tackle from Jerome, 5 missed tackles from Hines and 2 ineffectives. So that's essentially 17 tackles that were either not made or didn't do anything. Like, they got brushed or it was an offload or whatever. Don't know exactly how they categorise an ineffective tackle, but not very good, eh? I will give Jerome a lit. Was he on that left side after Suaalii went off? I think he was, but it was Nico. But there was just I saw one of the bros in the TikTok comments said, "What, bro? He only missed 5 tackles and he this that." It was more the way he missed them. Like there was 2 missed tackles Nico missed, which. Like, there's missed tackles and then there's missed tackles. Like Paddy Carrigan missed a couple tackles in this game, but they weren't missed. They weren't missed tackles. They were just, bad angle, got nudged, just made the dude change direction and he got swallowed anyway. Didn't matter. And then there's other ones that's just, yeah. Like, I think, again, Luai's not the man, so I'll probably criticise Nico, and I love Nico, by the way. I'm not bagging him, I love him. But it was just, there was too many times where, and this is the thing, right, and I'll compare him to DCE's game, who won man of the match, shout out to him. There was too many times where he didn't conduct the team. Like, he was passing to someone that was flat-footed, getting tackled on the 5th tackle. It's stuff like that. It's not like he was so horrible and he missed 1,000,000 tackles and his kicking game was horrendous. It was more like, you watch DCE's game, like, he didn't make a bad decision. Like, was he like everything incredible? No, but there was always fluidity, and there was the second half of the first half. There was just so many bad options taken, like, just like not nothing that will show up in a stat sheet. It was just like, you ran to that side and then got tackled, so now Luai's got a kick on his bad foot from the wrong side. Just stuff like that. Like, it's not Origin standard, if that makes sense. And I think Nico Hines might fall into the Mitchell Pearce category of, he's so damn good. Like, if State of Origin didn't exist, Mitchell Pearce would go down as one of the great number 7s in the game. He really would. Everyone just thinks he's rubbish because he got absolutely cooked at Origin a bunch of times, and I have a fear that might be the case for Nico Hines. He's just doesn't seem to have it at State of Origin, and I think Luai isn't either, but I think Luai is always going to be a Robin. I don't think he's the man. I think he can have games where he's the man, but in a big game like this, you know what I mean? It's got to be a Mitchell Moses or a Nathan Cleary. And there was this one period where it really showed. And if you watched our preview video for this game, you know what I mean? I said it doesn't matter how good New South Wales forwards are. If they get into a grind, Cherry Evans will come up with that right kick at the right time. They're going grinding. I actually thought New South Wales was winning the contact, looking good. I think the score was 10-20 at that time. Looking good. Nico sort of goes to kick a 40-20 and was close. He was close. It was a good kick. There's nothing wrong with it. And then bang, Cherry just goes, boom, bang, the game over. And that's what I thought. I just trusted Cherry Evans to be able to get that done, and I just didn't trust Hines or Luai to be able to do that. And that was really that 40-20 from Cherry Evans was really the nail. It really was. It was New South Wales was so gutsy, so determined, and really, showed so much. Like, man, it was very Queensland. Like you know what I mean. Like it was very. I can't remember what it was, but Liam Martin just came along, went bang, hit someone. Then I think it was Robson came off, bang, hit, and Payne Haas was screaming. It was so good to see that. Payne Haas never shows emotion. It was really good to see. But then it was just they just broke because it was just they had done so much. They just emptied the gas tank. But like I said, I thought in that grindy part, Robson made like 3 tackles that literally saved tries. To'o did as well. Well, not 3. I think he made 1. And then, Liam Martin's tackle, bang, just really giving it to him. Because I thought physically they definitely looked bigger, more athletic, stronger through the middle than Queensland did. Cotter's smaller body. Lindsay Collins, big, strong, but not hyper athletic. And then Jakey sort of looked like odd man out. But then when Spence came on, even Olakau'atu in the middle looked pretty nice. Like I genuinely felt like they were more athletic and powerful through the middle. And that's what I said. There is lots of positives to take out of this game. I mean, you can sit there and go, Jesus Christ, like with 12, 13 minutes to go, we were with 12 men the whole game. We're only down, we could have been down by 4. It's pretty gutsy. But yeah, the negatives, I'd say there was so many times where half was delivering a ball to a dude standing still. Like, you need motion, you need fluid, you need bang, bang, bang. Like, you watch Penrith play, man, like, they're the best at it. Like, it's like pistons in a car. Bang. Even Broncos last year, Flegler, Payne, Carrigan, bang, 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 and then just bang again, and then boom, long. It's just, there's too many times. There was one off the kickoff where they just got their time. Spence, I don't know whose fault it was. I didn't watch it too closely, haven't watched it back, but kicked it off, half caught it, and then sort of just like turned around and like gave it to Spence, who was standing still. I was like, how does that happen? Like, how does that happen at Origin? There's a lot of clunky moments like that where timing and stuff was off. That's what I was a bit worried about with New South Wales as well. It's just combinations and all that sort of stuff. But like I said, there was plenty of positives from New South Wales and plenty of. The thing is, if this was best of 5, not best of 3. I think New South Wales would get that out of their system pretty quick. Like, they would get all that clunkiness out. But you don't have 3 games. You got 3. You don't have 5 games. You have 3. And if you lose 1, there's a 75% chance you don't win the series. So that's the crazy thing about Origin. You really have 1 game to get it right, because if you don't, you're pretty much cooked. You really are. So. Just give some more shout-outs. I thought Payne was good without being brilliant. I just thought Spencer Lehman was so much better. Like, I saw an article just before the game where it said, and I said this before last year, I said Payne, everyone just sort of said, like, he's been incredible at Origin. I was sitting there going, I don't think he has. I think he's been okay. Payne, to me, he's not a flat-track bully. He's not. He's like, he's hands down top 3 prop. If you want to say his first call, I personally have Fish and Tino. He's one of the. He is so good against bad forwards. Like, when he plays bad teams, he destroys them. When he plays good teams, he still plays awesome. I'm not saying he's bad, but like, I just haven't seen him. Well, Payne was the best forward on the park tonight. even in that grand final, it's probably the best game I've seen him play in a big game. But I still think Moses was better. But I won't argue that one. If you want to say Payne was better, whatever. But yeah, I was really hoping when I saw Payne jumping up and down, like going, yeah. I was like, man, this next carry's going to be hectic. And he sort of ran to the line, did his 1-2 step and got tackled. I was like, oh, that was disappointing. Lee Martin dog, Angus Crichton was good. McInnes' first stint was incredible. Isaiah Yeo was great, but this is the thing. Like Cherry Evans again, like Cherry Evans is just playing chess. He saw the shape. He saw the line Isaiah Yeo was running. And this was the next nail in the coffin. Like Cherry Evans just took him to school. He knew Isaiah Yeo was going to dig in, pop the ball out the back. And he did. Cherry Evans just went, cheers, bruh. See ya. Like Cherry Evans was so elite. And that's what I said. I just trust Cherry Evans to do what he does every year. And he just was absolutely brilliant. I thought Olakwatu was pretty solid in the middle. Spence, again, I'd probably say Spence and Zach Lomax were the two best. Hudson Young was okay, and Matt Burton obviously didn't get a run. So let's get on to the Maroons real quick, and then we'll get on to team stats, and then talk about possibly who can come in and this, that, and the other. Just quietly too, I think. So Reece Walsh will have to be down for 11 days. So their Broncos a game on Saturday. So today's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, He might miss 2 games because there's one on Saturday. I haven't got my math right. And then their next game's on a Friday. So Reece might actually miss 2 games before Origin. And then it's Origin week again. Yeah, jeez. That's not good. I actually think... Nah, I won't say that. I'll say it. I thought Hammer probably, I dare say, would have had a better game than Reece. I wouldn't say it worked out for Queensland. That's probably a bit harsh, but I don't think Reece could have been better than Hammer. Just saying. I'm not saying like... It's funny how things work sometimes. I think Reece would have been great. I'm not saying he wouldn't have, but just that bigger, stronger body and just so safe under the high ball, which Reece isn't either one of those things. He's got a lot more. He's got other tools that Hammer doesn't have, but I think it really favoured the way Queensland needed to play, having Hammer there, just being honest. And shout out to Billy too, didn't make many mistakes in this. Put in Hammer. When I said, oh, geez, they're putting Cobbo there, I was like, I don't know if that's the right move. You put Hammer there, I was like... Billy's all over it. Billy doesn't need my help. Billy's got this. Val Holmes was okay. Val was on fire. Suaalii was okay. Dearden was pretty solid at the end, but that's when you really want your 6 to fire. Ruben Cotter, I didn't really even notice him on the field, to be honest. Lindsay was, the second stint was very good. Sewell was okay. Nanai was... Actually, I want to see his tackle efficiency because I felt like he was tackling nice. In this game. Missed tackles, Jerome Nanai. 5? Okay, maybe not. Harry Grant, when Queensland were up 20-6 with 25 minutes into the game or whatever, and then I was like, oh my God, Harry Grant's coming on. This is going to be 80-0. I thought they did pretty well to handle him. He was really good. No, I'm not saying he wasn't good, but I just thought he was pretty well handled. I think he made a line break and was pretty elite. But Paddy Carrigan always a 9 out of 10. Mo Fodawaker was good. I thought Hopgood had some nice offloads. Got folded once. And yeah, Cobbo was strong, bro. Strong. I feel like he's getting a bit of his man strength, eh? I actually thought Kafusi made some nice tackles too. But yeah, I can't fault a whole heap of what they did. Like, there was definitely players that could have played better, and there was quite a few errors too. But there's a decent amount of missed tackles here without being nuts. There's quite a few missed tackles there. Considering you have an extra man, you can actually drop an extra man on the side wherever the ball is and not worry about an overlap. You know what I mean? If you're playing 12 men. They're obviously going to shift. You can literally just drop another man over there, and if they do swing back, you're still covered. You can defend quite well with 12 sometimes. Depends on your systems, but it's very hard to attack with 12 because, like I said, you just always drop another man on the other side of the ruck. Wherever they're clearly passing left, drop another man over there. You're still man on man on this side. You sort of can't shift one way then shift back. Great game from Queensland. Let's have a look at some of the team stats because this is what I was trying to say. Like New South Wales, this wasn't a normal 38-10 drumming. Like there's, and you could argue it both ways. I thought New South Wales were really good, and you could say, well, Queensland just could improve and be better, and then they're going to cook them this scoreline again. Or you could say, look, Queensland weren't as good as they sort of looked. You know what I mean? They're vulnerable for the next game. You know, it could, whichever way you want to look at it, glass half full, glass half empty, depending. The Queenslanders will probably say, we'll just be better and cook you. And New South Wales will be like, you weren't even that good. You know, we only had 12 men, and look at some of these numbers, because we do look at these numbers. Terrible completion rate. With an extra man to only outrun the Blues by 6, and also with 7 line breaks. So they got cooked in the middle. Queensland definitely lost that battle. Tackle breaks, 44 is absolutely brilliant, 35, but you'd expect that against 12 men. You know, their set distance was better, but don't forget there was about 5 long-distance tries in that, so you can take off a lot of metres for those runaway tries. If you take those runaway tries off this, New South Wales would have won this handily. Play the ball speed, yet New South Wales were definitely quicker. 14 offloads to 6, so that sort of tells you that New South Wales were winning a lot of collisions. Also, they were desperate to score points as well, so it's not all positive. People see a lot of offloads and like, wow, they killed it. They were also desperate, so they had to offload. Kicks 30-20, kick defusals 43-47, 40-20. Tackle efficiency pretty solid without being ridiculous. 35 missed tackles against 12 men. So you've always got an overlap defensively. It's good without being brilliant again. So and 15 errors, which is pretty poor. So 19 ineffective tackles. So I definitely felt like they were losing a few tackles, like boom, like collision, and someone sort of falls off, but then sort of regrips on and holds on and stuff like that. But like I said, I'm not bagging the Maroons. They were definitely the better team, obviously, but I'm just trying to highlight that this probably wasn't as big a hiding as the scoreline would sort of suggest. But look, man, Billy said it. He needed a back on the bench, and lucky he did, because if they had forwards on the bench and had to cover him with putting Kafusi or something it could have been a different game. Could have been a different game, because there was definitely periods there, even with 12 men, where Blues had a bit of space, bit of everything. Now, all right, so let's Queensland obviously for next game don't change anything. They were great, but for Blues, I don't care about fullback. I'm not going to get into that debate. It's been going on long enough. I'm over it. To'o keeps his spot. Crichton keeps his spot. Suaalii deserves another spot in my position. Zach Lomax deserves his spot. We get to the halves. Nico's gone for me. Mitchell Moses is packing his bags. It's done. It's over. Jerome Luai, I'm not too sold on. Burton could possibly come in. Bigger body. Bigger boot. I think this is the thing. If you put Burton and Burton and Mitchell Moses in, all of a sudden you actually own Queensland for kicking as well, where Queensland definitely had the advantage over the Blues. If you've got 2 guys that can boot at 60 metres, drop it a metre out from the try line, you're all of a sudden winning that. And that could be huge. So I'm cool with Burton if you want to go Burton. Jake Trbojevic, I loved him, but I love him. His defense was amazing, but just offers nothing in attack. And it's cool. Like, if they pick Jakey, even though he's a captain, I'm cool with it. Like, go do you, bro. Like, he'll stop and do it. It's in their tracks, So Reece Robson, I'm so impressed with his effort. I wasn't sold on him getting picked, but he made, I think, 3 tackles that saved the Blues there towards the end of the game, like around that 20-minute to go mark where the game was still in the balance. You got to keep paying, but I just want him to be a bit better. Liam Martin was great, Angus Crichton was great, McInnes was great, Yo was great except for the offload, Spence was great. So there's not a ton of changes you make. It's just definitely the halves. Heinze's got to go. But there's enough. I'm just praying, guys, that New South Wales win this next game because I have tickets to game 3. And I want to watch a decider. I don't want to go to no dead rubber. I want to go to game 3, lad, with all the anticipation with what's going to go down in this game. So up the Blues for game 2. We're going, lad. Now, would there be any change? Like, if Reece Walsh, he's going to be fine, I dare say. Like, he might not, like I said, I haven't done my math. I don't know when that 11 days start. Does the 11 days start from today? Like, is today day 1 or is tomorrow day 1? But Friday's in, how many days? Next Friday, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, he's going to miss 2 games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. So Reece is going to miss 2 games of rugby league. So he's going to be coming. His next game is going to be in Origin if he gets that 11-day stand down. Dearden was brilliant. Yeah, you don't change much. I'd possibly look at putting Mo on start because Ruben was getting pretty monstered in that. He is 90 kilos. Yeah, my 13-year-old son's 85. So. Yeah, I'd be putting Mo on possibly. I just think keep the team is. Besides that, they looked great. They look great, lads. They look great. And yeah, bring it on. So that's it. Awesome game. Ruined a little bit by Suaalii and the refs. Just on the reffing, I thought the reffing was okay. I thought there was some really nice calls. I think there was some nice letting the ruck be slow, like be fast enough without it getting too slow. But I'll actually give that props to the players. The players were getting in, hitting. They weren't pushing the envelope. They're getting off. So I'm not actually going to give the ref a rap for that. I thought it was actually more the players. There was some pretty trash calls both ways. I just thought and then there was some pretty good calls as well. But yeah, so not too bad. But I think Adam G has to ref it. Adam G is by far the best ref in the game. That reffing he did in the grand final was absolutely incredible. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see if Teddy keeps his spot. Let me know what you think, guys. Do you think Luai has to go? Do you think Nico Hines has to go? Jakey, does he have to go? It's going to be crazy, man. Bring on game 2. You know what this means, lads? If you made it this far, you're an absolute legend. Thank you all so much for watching, guys, and bring on game 2.